We're often told we are not good enough. We need to achieve material success, and we need to do it alone. In New Happy, Stephanie Harrison critiques this old happy paradigm that doesn't bring satisfaction. She introduces her New Happy philosophy, emphasizing self-discovery, helping others, and building connections. Using stories from her own life, friends, and celebrities, she illustrates how intrinsic goals and authentic actions lead to true fulfillment. Harrison offers a practical guide for achieving lasting happiness, underscoring the importance of community, compassion, and using our unique gifts to contribute positively to the world. Redefining Joy. In 2013, Stephanie Harrison was crying on her bedroom floor. She was supposedly doing everything right for happiness, but she was lonely and suffered from panic attacks. She had a stress-induced autoimmune disease, and her daily hopelessness persisted. Striving for more and seeking perfection seemed like the path to happiness, but it never came. She attended a great university, excelled in her classes, landed a prestigious job, and lived in a nice apartment, but happiness remained elusive. Her belief that the next achievement would bring happiness was flawed. Curiosity made her question what happiness really was. Changes began, moving from New York City to San Francisco, finding meaningful work, and having healthier relationships. As she studied happiness, it became clear that many others shared her misguided pursuit. She enrolled in a master's program at the University of Pennsylvania, and her thesis proposed a new definition of happiness based on love, service, and common humanity. In 2017, she met Alex, a vibrant, passionate man who brought her joy. However, Alex fell mysteriously ill, leading to a 4-year struggle. Harrison abandoned her pursuit of a PhD. In 2018, Harrison started the New Happy newsletter, sharing insights and stories. By 2020, caring for Alex became a full-time job. She resigned from Thrive Global, which helped employees at the world's biggest companies be healthy and happy. She wrote and sketched for the New Happy while waiting in doctors' offices or sitting with Alex. Despite his illness, he kept trying to make the world better, inspiring her. Much to her surprise, the New Happy kept growing, reaching nearly 1 million people. Harrison added podcasts, training programs, artwork, and more as the movement grew. The New Happy has been used in schools, businesses, governments, and medical facilities worldwide. Old Happy. Everyone wants to be happy. The pursuit of happiness drives all our actions and decisions, from daily choices to big life goals. A study across 47 nations found students ranked happiness as the most important goal. Our brains are wired to pursue what we think will make us happy. When we achieve something we want, we feel good. To understand happiness, consider why decisions are made. For example, leaving a stressful job or choosing a college path ultimately aims for happiness. Asking why repeatedly reveals that happiness is the core desire. Old Happy, which is still society's definition of happiness, includes perfection, wealth, and fame. However, pursuing these goals often leads to unhappiness. Studies show that perfectionism, materialism, overworking, and competition harm well-being. A better definition of happiness is being yourself and helping others. This New Happy philosophy, supported by modern science, suggests that true happiness comes from self-discovery and contributing to others' well-being. Being your own person with freedom, goals, hopes, and self-respect is essential for happiness. Individualism teaches separation from others. In the S, individualism is a strong cultural value. Psychologist Patricia Greenfield's study of books from 1800 to 2000 showed an increase in individualistic words like me and self. Individualism emphasizes self-interest even if it harms others. It disconnects people from communities and teaches that personal desires are more important than others' needs. This harmful aspect of individualism underpins Old Happy. Capitalism, like individualism, has strengths but leads to inequality and endless consumerism. It prioritizes economic value over compassion and has resulted in a lack of social institutions serving communities. Old Happy is defined by domination in pursuit of individual happiness. Cultures of domination value superiority over others. This includes racism, sexism, classism, and all forms of discrimination. Domination teaches that life is a competition. 3 key questions matter for happiness. Who am I? What should I do? How am I connected to others? Old Happy teaches that you are lacking something, must achieve expected outcomes, and are separate from others. Just naming Old Happy helps you recognize its influence and create space for real happiness. A lesson from Mr. Rogers. In the early 1950s, Fred Rogers, a music student, turned on his parents' new TV and hated the chaotic children's programs. He wondered if he could create a show that truly helped kids. 17 years later, Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood premiered. For 31 seasons, he talked to children like they mattered. He became beloved, receiving more mail than anyone else in the U.S. and responding to every letter. Rogers had a lonely childhood and was often ill and bullied. These experiences gave him empathy and an understanding of childhood struggles. He believed everyone has unique gifts shaped by their experiences. At Rollins College, he embraced the motto, "Life is for service," which he carried throughout his life. In 1969, he successfully argued before Congress to keep funding for children's educational programs. His wife, Joanne, emphasized that anyone can follow his path, discovering who they are and using it to help others. This journey benefits those around us, creating a happier world. Shattering perfect myths. In the late 1990s, Demi Moore was a celebrated movie star. She became the highest-paid actress in Hollywood and was married to an action hero. However, 20 years later, she revealed that her marriage had been falling apart. She had an eating disorder, and she constantly felt insecure. David Bowie admitted to having low self-esteem, which he hid behind obsessive writing and performing. A study of 116 CEOs and executives found they all feared they weren't good enough for their jobs. These stories show that external success doesn't make you feel good enough. Old Happy's answer to "Who am I?" is that you are always lacking something. Accepting yourself, regardless of mistakes, helps reduce defensiveness and promotes learning and growth. Self-acceptance leads to better persistence and goal achievement. The perfect self is an unrealistic standard created by old happy culture. Individualism, capitalism, and societal norms contribute to this ideal. Perfectionism is linked to depression, social disconnection, and health issues. The pressure to be perfect has increased over the years, affecting young adults and even children. To break free from the perfect self, notice its presence in your goals, school, work, home, and relationships. Recognize when it is influencing your thoughts and actions. Acknowledge it and reclaim control by reminding yourself that you don't need to be perfect to be happy. Embracing the true self, which is loving, connected, and good, helps overcome the need for perfection. To find your true self, you must extend love and compassion to yourself. Accepting imperfections and recognizing your inherent goodness will lead to a more fulfilling life. Authentic actions. Old Happy's answer to "What should I do?" is you must achieve expected outcomes. People have an amazing capacity to set and pursue goals. However, many end up feeling unfulfilled after achieving these goals. Extrinsic goals focus on external approval and rewards. Popularity, conformity, image, and financial success do not provide true happiness. Often people pursue these goals due to old happy beliefs. They think they need to be perfect, compete with others, or avoid punishment. This was the case with Andre Agassi, who pursued tennis stardom because of his father's expectations. He wasn't happy despite his success. Intrinsic goals, on the other hand, are about personal fulfillment and include safety, health, self-acceptance, growth, connection, and community. Having these goals makes people happier because they satisfy innate needs. Roger Federer, who chose tennis out of love, exemplifies this. He found joy in the process, not just the outcome. Old Happy puts people on autopilot, steering them toward extrinsic goals. To regain control, write down your current goals and identify which ones are truly personal. Evaluate whether a goal will make you happy during the process or only at the end. Agassi eventually took control of his life, setting a new goal of providing education for kids. This shift from extrinsic to intrinsic goals brought him satisfaction. When setting goals, consider whether they align with your personal values and bring joy along the way. Authentic actions, which are satisfying in the short term and meaningful in the long term, help connect with the true self. Extrinsic goals do not align with the true self and cannot bring lasting happiness. Intrinsic goals satisfy real needs. Pursuing them leads to authentic actions that expand the true self. Happy together. Old Happy's answer to "How am I connected to others?" is you aren't connected to anyone. This belief is deeply embedded in our worldview. making it seem like the self is completely separate from others. You have your own body, thoughts, feelings, needs, desires, and dreams. While this is true, it's not the full picture. Individualistic cultures value achieving, being unique, and figuring things out alone. When you are separate, you don't have to care about anyone beyond yourself. This leads to a culture where everyone looks out for themselves, creating endless competition. Struggling people are told to fix themselves alone, without considering social, cultural, or environmental conditions. Parents in individualistic countries often face burnout due to a lack of support, driven by the belief that good parents do it all on their own. Years of research show that connections are crucial for long-term happiness. The longest-running study at Harvard found that the happiest men were the most connected. Loneliness is more deadly than smoking and inactivity. Solitary confinement in prisons leads to severe psychological harm. The more connected you are, the healthier and happier you tend to be. We are not separate from one another. Our brains are designed for relationships. Emotions are contagious, and happiness spreads through social connections. Using we language and engaging in group activities can help build connections. Asking simple questions like, "How are you truly feeling?" and "What do you need?" can bring out another person's true self, creating feelings of closeness and friendship. Our connections help us be who we truly are and become all we can be. Happiness as individuals is found together. In Milwaukee, a small consulting firm unknowingly changed how we think about happiness. In 1943, psychologist Abraham Maslow published A Theory of Human Motivation, arguing humans have 5 core needs: physiological, safety, love, esteem, and self-actualization. This theory became known as the hierarchy of needs, often depicted as a pyramid. However, Maslow never created this pyramid. It evolved through misinterpretations and simplifications, eventually visualized by consultants at Humber, Mundy, and McClary in Milwaukee. The pyramid suggests a hierarchy of fulfilling lower-level needs before reaching self-actualization. However, Maslow noted that people are partially satisfied and unsatisfied in all needs simultaneously. We are all pursuing all of our needs, all at the same time. Self-actualization is often misunderstood as achieving fame or money, but it's really about fulfilling your potential through authentic actions. Maslow later admitted he missed a 6th need: self-transcendence, which involves going beyond yourself, connecting with others, and pursuing a purpose that helps people. Research shows that helping is linked to longevity, stress reduction, and psychological well-being. A study found that people with depression and anxiety improved most when performing acts of kindness. The idea that helping is selfish because it makes you feel good is flawed. In a connected world, giving benefits both the giver and receiver. Service is about making a contribution, not saving others. Everyone has a unique way to help, and it's essential to start now, as waiting for all needs to be satisfied is futile. Asking for help. Michael Phelps swam his way to 28 Olympic medals. He started his days in a freezing pool, trained 6 to 7 hours daily, and swam more than 80,000 yards weekly. After his first Olympics, he immediately resumed a grueling and painful training regimen for the next Games. Yet one of his hardest tasks was learning to ask for help. Many people struggle to ask for help due to the old happy worldview. It suggests we must be perfect to be worthy. It also claims external achievements bring happiness and insists we must solve problems alone. These beliefs make hard times harder. After retiring, Phelps focused on promoting mental health awareness. He reflected on how striving for perfection hurt him, saying he only saw himself as a swimmer, not a human being. Instead of self-criticism, treat yourself with kindness. Imagine someone struggling and feel compassion for them. Then turn that compassion towards yourself. You are worthy of help and love, even in your most painful moments. Access your true self by asking, "What would my true self say to me right now?" Loving yourself leads to greater happiness. Part of loving yourself is knowing you deserve help. You can't live a new happy life without receiving help from others. Asking for help allows others to experience happiness by helping you. This is the helping paradox. When you ask for help, you are helping. Create a signal list to identify when you need help. Reflect on past struggles and note the signals your body, mind, and heart give you. Anger, anxiety, and sadness are signals that you might need help. Disconnecting from loved ones or overconsuming media can also be signals. When you need help, be clear and direct. People want to help. Asking for help gives them a chance to be happy. Recognize that pain is part of the human experience and connect with others through shared struggles. Transforming ordinary days. Imagine an ordinary day. The alarm goes off. You get out of bed and head to the kitchen. Your kids wake up, you get them ready for school, and then you head out. At work, you talk with your team and clients. Friends invite you to a barbecue on Saturday. You take a lunch break at the food trucks in the park and chat with a coworker about their spouse's chemotherapy. In the afternoon, you get your favorite drink from the coffee cart. Later, you meet your partner who took the kids to the playground. At home, you cook dinner, FaceTime with grandparents, and watch the news about wildfires. You end the day with a popular TV series and go to bed. This ordinary day is extraordinary. It's filled with connections: family, coworkers, clients, friends, community, culture, and nature. These daily moments of connection are the best place to start living your new happy. 3 powerful shifts can be made within them. First, ask, "How can I help?" Offer to drop off meals for the family battling cancer. Invite new neighbors to the barbecue. Donate to wildfire relief. Second, ask, "Who helped me?" A colleague congratulated you on a presentation. The barista had your favorite coffee ready. Your partner picked up the kids. It's easy to overlook the help we receive. Paying attention to these moments of help can make us more grateful. Third, ask, "Where are others helping?" Your older child taught a new game to the younger one. Medical professionals treated your coworker's spouse. Firefighters battled wildfires to protect people and homes. These acts remind us that the world is full of good people. When we see others acting generously, it inspires us to do the same, creating a ripple effect of kindness. These shifts can make you and others happier. Craft a life where you can be yourself and give of yourself at the same time. Use your unique gifts to serve the world. Finding your unique gifts. "Daddy, tell me a story." These words changed Richard Adams's life. While driving his daughters to school, he made up a story about 2 rabbits, Hazel and Fiver, on a dangerous journey. His daughters loved it and urged him to write it down. Adams, who had never written fiction before, eventually completed the manuscript. It was rejected 7 times before a small publisher printed 2,000 copies. The book, Watership Down, became one of the most successful children's books. At 52, Adams discovered his gifts. Discovering what makes you unique involves understanding your strengths. Every human being has 3 gifts: humanity, talent, and wisdom. These gifts start within your true self, are expressed through action, and contribute to well-being for you and the world. Adams's story illustrates these gifts. His humanity was shown through the lessons in Watership Down about nature, power, and politics. His talent was storytelling, which he turned into writing. His wisdom came from his life experiences, which he wove into his stories. Using your gifts should make you feel good. Combining your gifts creates something unique. Gifts are incomparable and should be used to help others. Gifts create a chain of positive actions, connecting and uplifting others. Humanity. In 2013, Shiro Oguni, a TV presenter in Japan, received the wrong lunch order at a dementia care home where patients did their own cooking and cleaning and even ran the cafe together. He realized the mistake wasn't important. What mattered was that these often abandoned people were treated with dignity. Oguni opened the restaurant of mistaken orders to change how society views dementia. Despite 37% of orders being wrong, 99% of customers were satisfied. The restaurant sparked conversations about supporting people with dementia and won a Cannes Lion, one of the world's foremost creative awards. Studies show that even 1 hour of connection per week improves the quality of life for people with dementia. Humanity is essential for happiness, forming the foundation for talent and wisdom. Love is an emotion shared between people, leading to a desire to invest in each other's well-being. Love benefits health, reduces stress, and strengthens relationships. The vagus nerve, connecting the brain to the heart, helps us experience love. Sharing moments of care like laughing with or helping someone activates this nerve, aligning nervous systems and fostering a desire to contribute to others' happiness. Kindness, compassion, courage, forgiveness, and patience are gifts of humanity. Society often undervalues these gifts. but they are crucial for a thriving community. Repeating the mantra, "May you feel happy and peaceful," increases love for others and personal happiness. Slowing down reveals opportunities for love. A study by C. Daniel Batson and John Darley showed that rushed seminary students were less likely to help someone in need. Pausing to consider the next loving action strengthens our loving nature. Peaceful societies share many micro moments of love, showing that love truly adds up. Talent. When thinking of talented people, names such as Leonardo da Vinci, Charles Dickens, Hayao Miyazaki, and Serena Williams may come to mind. These individuals reached impressive levels of mastery, making it seem like talent is an innate gift. However, they all started as ordinary people, unsure of their abilities and feeling like imposters. Journeys to becoming talented are often hidden, making it hard for others to replicate them. Aristotle's Nicomachean Ethics suggests that everyone has a daemon, or true self, which holds their innate potential. Our job is to actualize this potential. This involves 3 steps: discovering your true self's potential, turning it into a talent, and evolving it over time. Julia Child discovered her love for food after a life-changing meal in France. She became the chef who brought French cooking to America. This illustrates how talents are discovered by paying attention to feelings and experiences. Keeping a potential list of moments that spark interest can help you identify these talents. Asking others about your unique talents and putting yourself in new situations can also help. Psychologist Mihaly Csikszentmihalyi's research shows that enjoying the process of building a talent is crucial. Entering a flow state, where you are fully absorbed in an activity, makes hard work enjoyable and intrinsically rewarding. Building a community of peers, mentors, and masters can also support talent development. Talents should continually evolve. Child expanded her talents beyond cooking, starring in TV shows and working in childhood food education. Aside from art, Leonardo da Vinci studied the human body, mastered mathematics, and designed flying machines, robots, and weapons. Ultimately, expressing talents benefits both the individual and the world. Csikszentmihalyi argues that pursuing flow helps us become our most evolved selves, contributing more effectively to society. Talents can be easily distorted by old happy. Many people use their talents in their jobs, feeling defined by them. The forces of individualism and capitalism encourage this, putting people in boxes. However, there is always potential within to express talents in new ways. Talents don't have to be used to make money. For example, a talent for motivating people can keep friends hopeful. A talent for entertaining can make dinner parties delightful. If the environment for a talent changes, which may involve job loss or illness, the inner potential will find new expression. Having a talent means knowing how to build another one, which is a meta-talent. Every talent serves a purpose. External rewards can make us forget the original reason for using a talent: to unfold inner powers and make a difference, not to gain fame. Talents don't need to reach millions to be meaningful. Individual connections often have the greatest impact. Wisdom. Everyone has wisdom, needing only the right prompt to tap into it. Wisdom involves using life experiences to grow and help others. Sociologist Monica Ardelt points out that wisdom is realized through reflection on personal experiences. Shifting focus from yourself to others' needs can unlock wisdom. Studies show that imagining giving advice to a friend or viewing issues from another perspective leads to wiser answers. 4 key sources of wisdom are life journey, accomplishments, difficulties, and connections. For example, a mother who was an Olympian used her experience to help other athletes transition after leaving sports. Wisdom from challenges can help others. Biological anthropologist Joseph Henrich and psychologist Michael Muthakrishna argue that human progress is based on collective wisdom, not individual greatness. Sharing wisdom can strengthen the collective brain. Everyone has unique gifts of humanity, talent, and wisdom, which can bring profound happiness when cultivated and expressed. Together we thrive. Albert Einstein was passionate about living a new happy life. In a 1938 speech at Swarthmore College, he emphasized the importance of individuals developing their latent gifts for personal satisfaction and community flourishing. Using your gifts brings profound happiness, purpose, joy, motivation, resilience, and connection to yourself and the world. Steve Jobs acknowledged his dependence on others for his achievements, as did Einstein. Both recognize that individual greatness is unlocked through collective effort. Addressing the world's problems with our unique gifts brings personal fulfillment and contributes to the common good. Everyone has the potential to be part of the solution. A shared goal can unite people. Many people pursue individual happiness, often at others' expense. This approach fails because we are interconnected. The shared goal should be universal happiness, as helping others leads to personal happiness. Edgar Mitchell, an Apollo astronaut, experienced what scientists call the overview effect on the moon, realizing our global interdependence. This sense of connection is crucial for happiness. Baldwina, a Polish woman, saved Samuel Oliner, a Jewish boy, during World War II by seeing him as a fellow human. Samuel later studied altruism, finding that people who see others as part of themselves are more likely to help. Research by political scientist Kristen Monroe supports this, showing that heroes who save lives see themselves as connected to everyone. People often categorize others into groups, leading to division and conflict. However, these categories are flexible. A study of Manchester United fans showed that when they identified as soccer fans rather than just Manchester United fans, they were more likely to help rival fans. Expanding your identity to broader groups fosters connection and cooperation. Job crafting. The old happy worldview sees work as competition, valuing winning over ethical behavior. This leads to overwork and unhappiness. Job crafting, proposed by psychologists Amy Wrzesniewski and Jane Dutton, involves transforming your job to use personal gifts, leading to greater happiness and effectiveness. Than Neville, a pulmonologist, implemented the 3 Wishes Project at UCLA, granting end-of-life wishes for patients. This initiative brought her joy and a sense of purpose. Similarly, a customer service representative at the pet food company Chewy used compassion to help grieving pet owners, turning routine tasks into meaningful actions. Jessica Martin, an artist, created the Pep Talk hotline with her students, offering recorded messages of encouragement. The project went viral, helping millions. By using personal gifts in work, individuals can create joy and make a positive impact. After 15 years at Nike, Jesse Milliken felt restless and wanted more. Watching wildfires in Oregon, he realized he wanted to address climate change. He and his wife, Megan, who had corporate sustainability experience, started Woolly-Bubs, making eco-friendly baby shoes that dissolve in water. This venture was inspired by their children outgrowing clothes quickly and the fact that 183 million pieces of children's clothing end up in landfills annually. Feeling the need for more from work is a sign of growth. Like a plant needing a bigger pot, people need new environments to continue growing. Your true job is being yourself and giving of yourself. If a job no longer helps you grow, a new one that does. Always prioritize your personal growth over job loyalty. Jelani Memory was chosen most likely to be Father of the Year in high school. He later founded a kids company, a publishing company that helps kids have important conversations on topics such as empathy and racism. Memory grew up without a father figure. He found joy in giving and helping others, which transformed his naturally depressive nature. Caring for your community. Writer William Forster Lloyd's Tragedy of the Commons theory suggests people can't manage shared resources. However, political scientist Elinor Ostrom's research showed that communities can manage resources collectively for everyone's benefit. Belonging to a community enhances happiness and resilience. Recognizing and caring for your communities can lead to greater belonging and happiness. Lisa Thomas McMillan opened Drexel and Honeybees, a donation-only restaurant to feed the hungry. Her restaurant allows everyone to eat, regardless of their ability to pay. This initiative brought her immense joy and attracted visitors from across the U.S. Kieta Mincy Parker started A Sip of Paradise, a community garden for Atlanta bartenders during the pandemic. This garden provided a space for bartenders to relax and support each other. Caring for the commons can be a small, daily habit. For example, Harrison's friend Brian picks up trash during his nightly walks, inspired by his mother's teachings to protect nature. 30 years ago, Colquitt, Georgia, was in decline. The local sewing factory closed, jobs vanished, and people left. Richard Gere, a theater studies student, believed the arts could heal communities. He proposed turning Colquitt stories into a musical called Swamp Gravy. The show was a hit, energizing performers and bonding the community. Today, swamp gravy brings in more than $7 million annually. People now stay in Colquitt, contributing to the community. Empathy can lead to personal distress, but evolving empathy into compassion allows for positive, loving feelings and effective helping. Simple acts of kindness not only help others, but also build a sense of community and belonging. Caring for the world. Jose Andres, a chef and restaurateur, founded World Central Kitchen to feed people in disaster zones. Andres has fed millions worldwide. Andres emphasizes that solving global problems requires collective effort, not individual heroism. Shaidru Ban, an architect, uses paper tubes to build shelters for disaster victims. Disappointed in his profession's focus on the privileged, Ban designs sustainable shelters for those in need. His work shows that gifts can be used creatively to help others. Hamdi Ulukaya, founder of Chobani, believes businesses should help humanity. He hires refugees, providing translators and training. Ulukaya's tent partnership for refugees has inspired other companies to hire refugees. Rejecting the status quo, he demonstrates that a better way is always possible. Wangari Maathai, a trailblazer in education, addressed the struggles of rural Kenyan women by founding the Green Belt movement. Starting with backyard seedlings, she empowered women to plant trees to help restore Kenya's environment. She became the first African woman to win the Nobel Peace Prize. Putting it all together, the new happy philosophy emphasizes that happiness is not a destination, but a journey filled with meaningful actions, connections, and contributions. It challenges traditional views of happiness that focus on individual success, wealth, and perfection, and instead promotes a life of love, service, and common humanity. Humanity's gifts of kindness, compassion, and patience are the foundation of a happy life. They connect us to others and make us feel part of a larger community. These gifts are often undervalued in a society that prioritizes individual achievement. In pursuit of this new happy life, recognize and cultivate your unique gifts of humanity, talent, and wisdom. These gifts are meant to be shared, creating a ripple effect of positivity and well-being. Talents are the unique abilities and skills that each person possesses. They are discovered through experiences and nurtured through practice and dedication. Talents should be utilized to improve the lives of others as well as your own. Whether it's through a profession, a hobby, or volunteer work, using your talents to help others brings a deep sense of satisfaction and joy. Wisdom comes from life experiences and lessons, using the insights gained to grow and help others. Wisdom involves understanding and empathy. It is about seeing the bigger picture and making decisions that benefit the community as a whole. Our happiness is entwined with the happiness of others. A fulfilling life is filled with relationships with friends, family, coworkers, and the larger community. Living a new happy life involves small, daily actions that align with these principles. It means asking yourself how you can help others, appreciating the help you receive, and being aware of the ways others are helping around you. It also means being kind to yourself, recognizing your worth, and asking for help when you need it. True happiness comes from living a life of love, service, and connection. Everyone has the potential to live a new happy life, regardless of their circumstances.